Have you ever wondered if traveling after you turn 70 is still a good idea? Seeing new places can be fun, but older people may face risks they haven't thought about. As we age, our bodies change, making travel tiring, unpredictable, and even risky. Some think they can travel like they used to, but after 70, travel can be hard and turn a fun trip into a stressful or dangerous time. This video will share 5 reasons why traveling after 70 can be risky. We'll talk about health problems and money issues that can affect older travelers. By the end, you'll see why older people need to be careful when they travel and what they can do to stay safe. If you still want to travel, watch until the end. The last reason is something many older people don't think about. But it's a common way people lose money, time, and peace of mind when traveling. Let's start. First, health problems are a big worry when traveling after 70. As we get older, our bodies can become less predictable, and problems like heart disease or high blood pressure can become emergencies. At home, it's easy to get medical help, but when traveling, especially in a new place or country, getting the right care can be hard. A small health issue can become serious when you're far from your doctor. For many older people, the risk of a health problem is real. Long flights can cause blood clots. High altitudes can be hard on the heart and lungs, especially if you already have problems, and even getting dehydrated or too hot can be worse in a new climate. Older people also get infections more easily. Being around new germs in different places can cause unexpected sicknesses. For example, James, 74, loved to travel. He planned a cruise, thinking it would be easy. But on the 4th day, he had chest pain. The ship's doctors helped, but he needed a hospital. They had to wait for an emergency trip to the nearest port, which took hours. He was okay, but the trip was scary. He said he should have thought more about the risks. Medical insurance is also important. Many older people think their insurance will work everywhere, but it might not cover treatment in another country. Without the right travel insurance, hospital visits and medicine can cost a lot. Some people pay thousands of dollars for care when they're traveling. So what can you do? If you're over 70 and want to travel, talk to your doctor first. Get a checkup, talk about risks, and bring all your medicine. Research the healthcare system where you're going. If traveling to another country, get travel insurance that covers emergencies and hospital stays. Being ready can make a big difference. Staying healthy is important after 70. But health risks aren't the only problem. Second, older people are more likely to get sick from germs and bad food when traveling. Airports, airplanes, and restaurants have lots of germs. Younger people might only get a cold or stomach bug, but for older people, these sicknesses can be serious and lead to hospital stays or long-term health problems. One trip can expose an older person to more sickness than they would normally get in months at home, and sometimes their body can't fight it off. As we age, our immune system gets weaker, making it harder to get better from infections. Breathing problems are especially risky for older people. They are more likely to get complications from the flu, pneumonia, or even a cold, especially from new germs in different places. Airplanes are full of germs. People sit close together and breathe the same air for hours. And because people from all over the world travel through airports, you can find germs your body hasn't seen before. Also, food and water can be unsafe. Many travelers want to try new foods, but for older people, new ingredients and cooking styles can cause stomach problems. Food poisoning can be worse for older people, causing long-lasting sickness, dehydration, and a weak immune system. Locals might be used to the bacteria in their water, but travelers aren't. Drinking tap water or eating a salad washed in local water can cause stomach infections. Public restrooms, hotel rooms, and rental cars can also have germs. Just because a place looks clean doesn't mean it's safe. Surfaces like doorknobs and seat belts aren't always cleaned well. Older people who use canes or walkers are at greater risk because they touch public surfaces for balance. So, how can older people stay safe? If you have to travel, take extra steps. Wear a mask in crowded places, wash your hands often, and use hand sanitizer. Only drink bottled or filtered water, avoid raw foods, and eat well-cooked meals. If traveling to another country, get vaccines and bring medicine for stomach or breathing problems. Staying healthy while traveling is possible, but it takes effort and a strong immune system. But health isn't the only worry. Third, travel can make older people very tired. Long flights, early mornings, and lots of walking can be hard to recover from. Unlike when they were younger, older people might stay tired for days or weeks after a trip. When you're tired, your immune system gets weaker, your coordination gets worse, and you're more likely to get sick or hurt. One big problem is not sleeping well. Sleeping in a new bed, dealing with noise, or changing time zones can make it hard to rest. Not getting enough sleep affects your mind, weakens your immune system, and can even cause heart problems. It can take older people longer to get used to new time zones, so jet lag can last longer. This can make a fun trip miserable also, so sitting for long periods on a plane or train can cause stiff muscles, swollen joints, and blood clots. For people with arthritis, traveling can be very uncomfortable. Even sightseeing and carrying luggage can be too much. A vacation can quickly become a struggle. For example, Richard, 75, loved to travel. He and his wife planned a trip overseas, thinking it would be easy. But after a 10-hour flight, a crowded airport, and a 6-hour time change, Richard was exhausted. By the second day, he had trouble walking, staying awake, and needed breaks. By the time he adjusted, it was time to go home. He spent weeks getting better from the trip. It's also hard to eat healthy and stay hydrated. New foods can cause stomach problems, and people often forget to drink enough water when traveling. Dehydration can cause tiredness, dizziness, and confusion. With poor sleep and physical strain, it's easy to see why many older people feel worse after a trip. So, what can you do? Plan rest days, stay hydrated, and don't pack too much into your schedule. Take shorter flights with breaks to move around, pack healthy snacks, and make time for naps. Most importantly, know your limits and change your plans if needed. A vacation should be fun, not something that takes weeks to recover from. Fourth, older people are more likely to fall and get hurt when traveling. As we age, our balance and bones get weaker, making us more likely to have accidents. A small fall at home might not be a big deal, but a fall when traveling can lead to broken bones, hospital stays, or problems moving around. A single fall can change an older person's life. Hotels, cruise ships, and historic sites often have uneven floors, poor lighting, or slippery surfaces. Some places aren't easy to get around in. Stepping onto a bus or walking on cobblestone streets can be dangerous. And in some places, emergency medical services aren't as good as they are at home. This means even a small injury can take longer to treat. For example, Linda, 78, had always wanted to visit Europe. She was in good shape and walked regularly, but when she got to Italy and started walking on the steep, uneven streets, she realized it was hard. One evening she fell and broke her hip. She had to go to a local hospital and have surgery. She had to cut her trip short and spent months getting better. She wished she had never taken the trip. Also, tiredness is a problem. Travel often involves long days, irregular meals, and poor sleep, and this can affect balance and coordination. When you're tired, you react slower, making a fall more likely. For people with arthritis, walking through airports or tourist sites can cause pain and swelling, increasing the risk of falling. So how can older people reduce the risk? Choose places that are easy to get around in, avoid areas with uneven ground, and wear good shoes. Use walking sticks, wear supportive shoes, and get enough rest. Most importantly, know your limits. No trip is worth risking your ability to move around. Fifth, travel insurance and money risks are important. Many older people think they can rely on their insurance or savings if they have a problem when traveling, but medical emergencies, canceled trips, and scams can quickly drain your bank account. One unexpected event can turn a trip into a financial nightmare. One big financial risk is medical care in another country. Many older people don't know that their insurance might not cover treatment in foreign countries. This means you could have to pay thousands of dollars for medical bills, even in countries where healthcare is cheaper. Emergency medical trips can cost a lot. Without the right travel insurance, you might have to pay a lot of money or not get the care you need. Also, trips can get cancelled. Many older people book trips in advance, thinking they'll be healthy, but health problems can happen suddenly, causing you to cancel your trip. Airlines and hotels often don't give refunds for last-minute cancellation and so on. Without trip insurance, you might not get your money back. Besides medical costs and cancellations, there are also scams. Scammers target older travelers with fake taxi services, overcharging for goods, or stealing credit card information. They look for older people who seem confused and are less likely to notice a scam. Some criminals offer fake vacation deals that are nothing but a trap. For example, George, 76, booked a dream vacation to a tropical island. But when he arrived, the hotel didn't exist. He had been scammed online. He had to find another hotel and pay twice as much just to have a place to sleep. The trip became a stressful financial mess. So how can older people protect themselves? Check if your health insurance covers international travel. If not, get travel insurance that includes medical emergencies and trip cancellations. When booking a trip, use trusted companies and avoid deals that seem too good to be true. Be careful with your money when traveling. Don't carry lots of cash. Be careful with your credit card and never trust strangers with your financial information. These financial risks make it clear that after 70, extra caution is needed. The unexpected costs, the risk of scams, and the unpredictability of health emergencies make travel a gamble. But does this mean you should never travel again? Not necessarily. We've talked about 5 reasons why traveling after 70 has risks. Health emergencies, injuries, tiredness, infections, and money problems can turn a vacation into a dangerous experience. Travel can be a fun way to spend retirement, but it takes more planning and caution than it did when you were younger. But that doesn't mean older people should never travel. It just means they need to travel differently. Instead of long flights and risky places, choose closer, safer options that aren't as hard on your body. Explore local places, take shorter trips, or focus on places with easy access to medical care. Travel should make life better, not create new problems. If you or a loved one is thinking about traveling after 70, think about the potential problems. Is your health good enough for the trip? Do you have the right travel insurance? Have you chosen a safe and accessible place? These questions might not be fun, but answering them honestly can prevent stress and hardship. It's about making sure those years are lived with quality and peace of mind. If avoiding travel means staying healthier and safer, then it's worth thinking about the risks before booking that next flight.